I'm back in the shop. Playing some gigs down south. I've been working on this double neck. These are necks are mocked up. It's going to be a bass 6 on top and a kind of a Gretsch kind of thing going on the bottom. I've got the Danelectro pickups. They're replicas from Curtis Novak. So this will be a bass 6 in the style, and I've got it wired with these guys. It's a double stacked pot, and the way those worked on the old bass 6s was basically the top one is a switch, and then their volume. So it'll be each pickup, each of these two pickups will have these as wheels for volume, and then they'll have a switch on top for on and off for these pickups. And then on this side, I've got building a Bigsby out of some brass in the horseshoe style. I've made some knobs. I'm going to wire this up like a Gretsch Roundup 50s style, except I don't have a master volume because I figured that's a lot of knobs already. And the way those work, your selector switch for these two, well, volume for the neck, volume for the bridge, and then a tone switch or a tone knob. And the way those work is a double stacked pot, and it runs, center would be tone completely open, and then there's two capacitors that it's attached to, one way higher value, lesser value the other way. And I'm going to have both of these halves of this guitar are going to be, I have two inputs. I was not sure about that for a bit, but I want to run the bass 6 through a tremolo, reverb, and compression pedals, and then I want my slapback delay and all that stuff on my guitar end. So there'll be different pedals for different things. So this will have two output jacks, and then I'll run that through their own pedals, and then to an A/B switch, so I can switch between necks. And I'm going to have a 24.5-inch scale on this one, which is a shorter scale, but I'm doing it because that'll bring the headstock a little bit this way, and it's maybe a little easier to play, and it'll be a wider kind of range. And having the space between the necks, it's probably good to have the headstocks not exactly parallel, but kind of offset. Might make it easier to work with. But that's the build so far. I've got the sides cut out and planed, and I'm going to bend those soon. I've got the back, and the top is arched, and the back is ready for the sides. And I'm going to trim it again with this around there, and then this plain maple surrounding that, and then when I make my necks, I'll have them bound too. It's going to go for the Gretsch Roundup kind of stylistically. It's going to be a darker kind of stain on here with the brass. It's kind of a brownish orange kind of thing. Yep. And also pickguard will be this flame or this tiger stripe kind of thing. So that's the plan so far.